been?
Not too bad. How about you? How's with your working out going?
Oh, it's good, man. Finally
Did
getting back into it.
Did you lift or did you go to the rock climbing gym?
I did both.
Oh, okay.
Shot. Throwing. Come on, get it together. I was shooting some hoops earlier, as well. I got a membership at a regular gym too now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know City Sports.
Yeah, but there's one around here.
Yeah, it's by the In-N-Out by off of Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have like all the they don't have rock climbing there, do they?
No, they have they have a racquetball, basketball court.
Yeah, and they got a pool. Yeah,
sauna. It's literally all I wanted it for.
Yeah,
the sauna and the pool. And they also had basketball and racquetball, so it's gonna be fun. But it took like a little break. I went to Mexico not too long ago. So, yeah, we're here. We're doing it. Kind of like out of it a little bit, so like I'm sore as hell.
From just working out and sleep and stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing double days right out the gate. Yeah, so I don't mind it. I love it. I enjoy it. Keeps me alive.
I'm assuming it was rough going from being in Mexico to straight to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That night was pretty bad. I was pretty tired, and then I worked that Sunday and hung out with some homies. So that didn't help my cause. But I don't know, man. I've been waking up early now, which is a good thing. Really good thing.
But when are you sleeping?
We got off at like midnight now, so.
Oh, you're getting up earlier?
Yeah, I could go to bed earlier, but I find myself going to bed around the same time. I get good sleep though. I get up at not like extremely early, but like 8.
That's pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not bad. 8 or 9, and then I'll get out of bed and head over to the gym around like 10. So I have like a routine going down. It's gonna get I'm gonna get up earlier, not earlier, but I'm gonna get out of bed and start going to the gym earlier and earlier.
Gotcha.
So just kind of getting my foot in the door.
Yeah.
I've only spent like an hour at each location, which sounds like a lot, but usually I don't get done what all I want to get done.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm going though, I'm trying to make it a habit.
Just so it becomes like it's easier for you to go, and you don't want to miss it then.
Yeah, turning into concrete habits and solidifying that. Also, I'm abstaining from alcohol for a while.
For sure. I'm assuming you drank though at the wedding.
Oh yeah, that was my
You're
hoorah.
Like, this is my last little.
Yeah, exactly. This is my hoorah. I drank all week, dude. It was bad.
Damn, how was the weather out there?
It was nice. It was there was some wind, a little bit of overcast, but because we're so in in the tropics. It was nice. It was honestly really. I appreciated that because
get away from just like all this.
Yeah, not only that, but like the wind just made the heat less unbearable.
Yeah.
Like if you're ever in Hawaii on a hot day,
it's hella hot.
You're just getting roasted in like a nice humid temperature. And it's just like you're getting baked up. So like, I was in Cancun. And like the wind just made it seem like the sun wasn't too bad, overbearing. Yeah. Exactly.
Did you have any chance to like surf or anything? And
no. So we were at a resort. It was all inclusive, so I didn't, like free food, free drinks.
Oh, okay.
But they have like these like pillars in the ocean to prevent breaks from ruining the sand and the look of the beach. But there was like a hurricane out there near that area, like a few within the last year. And so they used to be out further towards the out further into the water because of the hurricane. It brought them all in, so they were like near shore. So like there was no chance of
for you
to and surfing.
Damn. So you just kicked it by the beach and just chilled there.
Oh yeah, and they had pools and whatnot. Hung out with family, got caught up. And
yeah.
We went deep sea fishing. That was really cool.
Damn, how does that work?
Well, they took us off the resort to the coast or to their like port, one of the ports, and then me and like a few of my family members from Texas and Arizona went on a boat, and they just sailed us out, and we just started fishing. Just had a good time. It was the water.
But you got to be out there for a while, huh?
Yeah, we were out there for like 5 hours.
Bruh.
The turbulence going out was fucking god awful, dude.
Just a bunch of current in the water?
Yeah, the boat was literally like rocking on us, like it was on a tether.
Reminds me kind of like of whitewater rafting.
Yeah, a little bit, man. I was like, I didn't get sick, but I was like getting nauseous
Yeah.
for like the first 15 minutes. I was fine, and then we started hitting that turbulent water.
And you're like, this
And
is
I was
not
just
it.
like, oh, I can't do it. I gotta keep it together.
Damn.
And so my cousin, the one who got married, she was on the boat with us, and she got sick.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, like now
You're not the
I feel
only
bad
one.
getting, like if I got sick, but at the same time, I was like, I kept it together for so long, you know, I might as well keep it going. So I didn't get sick.
Nice.
Man, I felt like shit for like a good hour, and then after that, like
You're good.
it was all good. Like slowly, like went away, and then after like another like 30 minutes, I was like chilling. I saw everyone else. I saw like a handful of people like kind of like,
they're just out of it.
I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. Like I wasn't hungry, but I was feeling pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah,
Did you guys end up catching anything?
Yeah, we caught like a total of 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. So that's like 12.
Yeah. So
8, 9, 10, 11 or 12. Yeah, I caught some yellowtail and triggerfish. We got to keep what we caught. So we brought it back to the resort, and they like
cooked it for you.
Yeah, they cooked it.
That's
for
lit.
us, dude. It was fucking dope. We had it in 4 different styles. They gave us they turned it into a soup.
Oh, okay.
They fried one. They made it into like fish nuggets, and then
is fish nuggets like fillet or like?
It was just like deep fried little. It's almost like fish, like fish and chips.
Yeah,
smaller.
Okay.
Smaller. So they gave us those, and then they did. I think they did like a blackened seasoning on one. All the styles were awesome, dude. They were really good.
Damn. Was it pretty crowded? Because I know Cancun gets kind of busy.
Yeah, there was a lot of weddings there.
Damn.
There was a lot. I think there was one at least every night, and then
oh shit,
the day/night of my cousins, there was like 3 happening at the same time.
Bruh.
Yeah, it was wild.
Do they like section off like the resort or something?
Yeah, so everyone got like they did the ceremony on the beach.
Okay.
So like it was like this one's for this family, this one's for this, venue, and then ours was like at the very end. I think ours was the best venue, honestly.
Damn.
But yeah, it was because like they'd shuttle you everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like the walks were long, but like
you just don't want to be doing
you're
that.
Lazy. You want to just like chill out. So
and you're all dressed up and shit, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun to do all that. Was that your first time in Cancun?
Yeah, it was my first time out of the country.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Damn. Then I think, just me, Kendall, maybe Ariella and Kristen have been out of the country. Kendall is just in Japan though for that week.
Yeah, I want to visit Japan, dude.
I do too. Fun. Just sit in Tokyo, seeing. I would just people watch because they have like that crosswalk that's hella busy. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I always feel like I mean, I would do that in New York, but like, I'm not interested in New York people, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like you just learn a lot just sitting there in Japan, like
that's
watching
the thing.
people.
I just want to understand the culture. Like, I love the culture, Like, same thing in like Mexico. I mean, it was different because everyone was kind of American.
Yeah, because it's like Cancun,
Or everyone was a tourist. So I tried like hanging out with the
locals,
hanging out with the bartenders, trying to get to know them and whatnot. We were just having our fun, but even then, they were like, they're working jobs. So
yes, they can't be too chill.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like that, and also like they're busy.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, I tried speaking Spanish.
Trying to remember from high school.
High school, yeah, I did all right. I did pretty decent compared to like my family members. I think I did better than most. But
pretty good.
I would get to like a stopping point in all of my conversations with people.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I got to revert to English. Because for me, I could understand what they're saying,
but you just know you don't know how to
respond.
But
like trying to articulate what I'm about to say in Spanish, I'm like, nope, I'm making no.
Or trying to like conjugate certain things.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm like, yo boy, no, I went to the bathroom. Or like, I'm from America, California. Oh, okay. So it became like a thing of like speaking Spanglish with them.
Yeah.
Like they'd say something, and like if it was a quick, easy response, I'd
be in Spanish.
Sí, más o menos.
Yeah.
Sí, no. Or if it was something more than that, I would just go straight to English.
Yeah.
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 But they were cool. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet up and hang out with my like family that I don't see a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I was like the only Californian. No, I had a cousin who was also there.
Oh, you flew by yourself, huh? Because your mom met you there? Oh.
Yeah, so it was her and I went. So we were the two Californians. Everyone else was from Arizona or Texas.
Damn.
Yeah. So it was cool though. I love them, dude. I get along with that side a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm just very relatable. They're very like homely. They're very down to earth people. And they also have like, I don't know, they have that Texas sense of humor, and it just vibes well with me, you know, like they got like those good manners and like that southern hospitality. It's always so nice.
You probably haven't seen them in a while either, huh?
No, I think the last time I saw them was probably I saw them in Arizona. Sometimes they visit when I was in Arizona, so like 2018, so it was like 4 years.
It's not too bad from Texas, Arizona.
Yeah, and I'd keep up with one of my cousins because like her and I are very like similar in age and we get along really well.
Yeah.
So like we'd call each other like every now and then. I'm saying like span of like a few months.
That's pretty good though. Yeah.
So they're doing good. They always keep on like, oh, you know, you always have a place to stay. If you want to move out to Texas, we got a bed for you. So I'm like, I'll keep that in mind in case shit goes south here. You know, like.
Yeah. And you probably saw your mom too, right?
Yeah. She's doing good. She's I won't even. Everyone drank. I'll just put it down. Everyone drank.
Yeah.
Everyone had a good time.
Did your stepbrother come in?
No. So
he's in college, huh?
Yeah, he's at San Diego State right now.
So shit.
He's out there. It was just me and my mom and my cousin, really, from our side of my mom's side, right? Because like it's my mom's dad's, my grandpa's brothers. So my grand uncle, or I call him my grandpa too. So my grandpa's brothers, lineage.
Lineage. Gotcha.
I don't want to say like daughter's daughter.
Yeah.
But I mean that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know. So like we're not like first cousins, I think it is.
But I don't know how they are.
Everyone's just a cousin. Yeah. Everyone's just an uncle or like a grandpa or uncle or.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't freaking.
I don't get the first cousin, second cousin shit.
I don't either. Everyone's a cousin.
And then like the once removed, I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I have no clue, man. So.
Like, how do you get removed and then re-added? Like, what the fuck?
Removed but reinstated, but.
So weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's like 3. So my grandpa and grandma, they had 4 kids. One son, 3 daughters. And then my aunt, or my cousin's family, or my grandpa's brother's family, they have 3. I want to say 3, which is 2 daughters, 1 son, I think. But yeah, there's like a funny thing because like one of them's my godfather. He's my godfather, the only son on the other side. I think he's one of my many godfathers. And then I have 2 aunts, and it's funny because like me and my brother, if you know us, we're very different.
Yeah.
Like I'm very less like, I wouldn't say he's materialistic, but he has more of like a modern-esque sense of like keeping up with the pop culture, keeping up with like current events at times like that on the
like the trendy stuff.
Yes, he's a trend guy, right? And I'm like not. I always compare us like he's like a lion and I'm like a wolf, you know, like I do my own thing, I do myself, and he's just very like
kind of watching everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say flamboyant's not the word, like flagrant, I guess, but like not like you know what I mean? Like he's very just like into like a fashion sense kind of thing, like, and I'm not, you know, I'm more like my dad. He's more like my mom. So like my dad's like rugged, you know, he works outdoors, likes to work with his hands, likes to be on his feet all the time, you know, always trying to fix things up or do things himself. Like that's more me. Yeah. My brother's more, in my eyes, more like my mom, where, you know, like they'd rather just pay for like
someone to do
DoorDash.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'll just buy this, or like, you know, money will take care of it. Yeah. I'm not saying he's like money centric. Yeah. But like he's like
he'd prefer not to do some of the stuff.
Instead of him doing it himself, it's just like I would rather pay someone. I don't want to have to deal with that BS. Yeah. And me and my dad are the guys who are like,
let me try it.
Yeah, let me put my hands on it real quick, see if I.
And if it doesn't work, then fine.
Yeah. or we'll like keep going. Like, all right, let's go into the diagnostics of things. Like that's the same thing with like our aunts on my grandpa's brother's side. Like once, like my Texas aunt, I resonate a lot with her and her family. You know, and I feel like my brother resonates more with the other sister.
Okay.
Because you know they more have that like lifestyle too, like the semi-Kardashian lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't mean that in like their personality. I mean that in like their like lifestyle.
Yeah, like where they're always trying to go out and do stuff,
like living it up in that sense, like the city life kind of living. And I'm more of like a country like.
Yeah, like more laid back.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm chilled, like humble, more hospitality like centric instead of looks and style matters. For me, it's like manners and you know. So like I could look rugged or I could be wearing basketball shorts, but I'm always going to be on my best behavior. Yeah. You know, but at the same time, you know, I have my fun. Yeah, it's like when you have to pick and choose and
you know which moments to do what and stuff.
Determining like when I can be a jack off or like you know like
when you got to be serious.
Yeah, exactly. When I have to be mature and the times where I could be less. Like, again, maturity is not the right word, but like where I have to be mature and responsible versus where I can be more like free flow
and like laid back.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting to see like who gets what traits throughout the family. Mm-hmm. Like even if you're not like close in like blood relation, you still might get traits from other people, and it's like kind of interesting to just see like who you're more similar to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, like I said, as I've grown up and as I'm getting older, and as I look back on it, like it's a lot easier to like determine like you know, oh, he's more like these people, and I'm more like these people. Or, oh, my cousin is more like this person. You know.
It's so crazy how, like, just in, like, one family, you'll have so many different personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's insane.
It is. It really is, especially when you, like, spend most of your life. Like, for me, we grew up as a close family on my mom's side. Mm-hmm. So we hung out with our cousins all the time. Yeah. But none of us had the same personality. Or none of us, like, morphed into each other. Everyone, like, had their separate, like, individual, like, ism to themselves. Like, I had a cousin that was very competitive in a lot of things he did. Not saying that the rest of us weren't, but like
he was just a little more.
He was exactly, you know, he was just a little more competitive and like he took it
like he can't. More serious. Yeah, he just can't chill out about it.
Yeah, exactly, and like you know now he's kind of like dialed it down because like he's grown up and whatnot. But like at that time, like he was the one everyone wanted on his team, but at the same time, like he would take it too far. You know,
like it's not that serious, but he would take it there. Yeah.
And then we had another cousin who was just like he would literally sleep all the time. Literally. Yeah. Like he'd get home from high school and everyone knew he was going to bed. Damn. I'm taking a nap. Yeah. And then there was me and my brother who were just like, we were like according to our family, like the white boys, because like everyone was like full Filipino or Filipino, Hawaiian. Or, you know, and me and him were half Filipino, half white. So like we would, you know, we went to like private school and this and that. Yeah. So we had like our little preppy like
bubble, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like when we hung out with family, like we brought it back down. Yeah. You know? When we hung out with like private school, school friends, or like we went back to that, like social bubble, like we would act accordingly. But when we came back to family, we'd act again in our own way. But at the same time, we kept our core personalities. The same, sense.
You just adjust based on the environment or like the people you're around.
Yeah. Now, I don't ever lose my true essence of me, but I will adjust accordingly. Yeah. Like if I'm going to go, so I work at bars, right? I work at 2 different bars and like I have to adjust my mindset going into each one.
Because they're in different spots.
Crowds and they act differently. Like one's a more older crowd, like more diverse, you know, and like very culturally, like very, very diverse. And the other one is like, it's a very big niche group of it's like either college kids, youngsters, or you know, and you have, but I have to like associate myself accordingly to that. Like, oh, I'm not gonna act
to fit the environment.
I'm not gonna act the way I do with the older crowd or like the older like professional-esque crowd than I would with the college crowd. At the same time, both of those are me. Like, it's the true me in both of those scenarios. I'm not faking anything, but to be like, best associated, I'm gonna be, you know, just turning certain like switches off and certain switches on.
I always find it interesting though because people are like, oh, like they don't want someone to change in a sense, but like you could still change or like grow without like changing like the base of who you are.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's the weird part, right? People say you never change, and other people say you change all the time.
yeah.
And I think it's like
Or they'll say like I'm never gonna change or something, and it's like, but everyone's gonna change. Like,
there's truth in both.
yeah,
You know, I think deep down nobody really changes, but at the same time, people change enough to
like some behaviors or like whatever.
Like to your core, I think everyone has like some core that's gonna be solid. It's gonna be concrete till the end. You know, foundational.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you build things around that change. You know, I used to, like, versus, and this is just appearance wise, or this example is just strictly appearance, but I mean, there was a whole attitude that came with it. But like when I was in Arizona, I had bleached hair, silver bleached hair. I got my hair done, like, like pretty often. You know, I had earrings, I had 2 nose rings.
Yeah.
Like and I acted completely different than when I do here. You know? Same thing, like when I was first in California with you guys, like I was very different than I am now.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, I'm still me. And you guys still know me as me.
Yeah, it's like how you're saying like your brother's kind of more into like the fashion and trendy stuff. Like you're never going to be like that person because that's not who you are at your core.
No, not at all.
But you might be able to change like, okay, I'm going to focus on like this workout style, or like I'm going to be a more morning person. Like those things can change, but like you being into trends and stuff, if that's not who you are, it probably won't change that much.
No. Yeah, at that point, like for me, in that sense, I created my own style.
Yeah.
By not
accustoming to other stuff.
Associating with the current style. And people have called me out on that. Like, oh, you have such a weird out of the box style. But it works for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I have a friend who like, if I see someone wearing a certain amount like clothing, I'll be like, oh, that's my friend. Like without even like seeing them or like talking to them or whatever, because they just have such a distinct like way of dressing that's their own. Then I'm like, oh that's it. Like I'm sure if we saw Kendall out and about, would you be able to recognize? Oh, that's Kendall. Like,
yeah, and when we see him in like a spiffier outfit, we're just like what's the occasion?
Yeah,
like, what is going
like
on?
Like who made you put this on?
Yeah, did you have like an interview or something? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I just ran out of clothes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I also was thinking about this the other day where there's this saying that once you hit like around 30, you're pretty much the person you're gonna be.
Oh, interesting.
That's like what I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I also know, what is it like they say after 25, your frontal lobe is like more developed, right?
Well, yeah, I think they say your brain stops developing at 25 or 27.
Yeah,
or around that age range.
So I guess it's like you've already accepted like certain things or values to what makes you who you are, I guess, and like how you're gonna approach certain things. I always find that interesting because I'm sure people change from 30 to whenever, because a lot of people have kids at that time. I'm sure that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they say like after 30 is when you're kind of already who you are.
Yeah. Huh. I never heard that.
But maybe it's just like if you've been doing something for so long, it's so hard for people to get rid of those mannerisms.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard. I had to rewrite things too, for the most part, and it's not easy. It sucks. It really does.
Yeah, but if you're like determined to change it, you can make it happen.
Oh yeah. You can rewrite your foundation if you want to.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of work though.
And you never know, like certain events might just force you to change, like having a kid, or like, like if you're struggling with money or like something like that, like you might just have to like change who you are.
Yeah, for the better or worse, right?
Yeah. It was interesting. But I was also thinking about something else. How you said your grandpa has like 4 siblings and stuff like that?
My grandpa had like a ton of siblings.
Yeah, I feel like now, like 7, 8, I kind of wish families now were that big, but they're just, because I don't know in like Filipino culture if you guys do like extended family all kind of like stays together or not, but a lot of like Indian culture does that, and I kind of miss having that like environment, like you're saying, where you could always just hang out with your cousins and stuff and not like worry about like other people in a sense. But I don't see people with more than like 2 or 3 kids.
It's not even sustainable anymore, man.
Yeah, with the economy and like...
Yeah, people think of kids, and this is like a no slight, but people think of kids in the terms of like financial stability.
Yeah, they're like too much money.
So we don't even rich people don't even want like a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not only money, but time, effort. Like, how much do I have to put in? I got 5 kids. How do I keep track of
Yeah.
all 5? If they all play sports, how do I go to each sporting event? If they're all doing different events, how do I keep up with 5 different lives,
Yeah.
including my own, and then my partner's? You know, like,
Yeah,
it's
definitely
crazy.
super. I don't know how they used to do it though, because it must have been the same challenges back then too, right?
I would think so, but I feel like back then there was more of like a bird's nest kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna drop and you're gonna spread your wings and fly, or you're gonna smack the ground
Yeah, and there was
at an
probably
early
less
age.
things for people to do, maybe.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
you,
I was gonna say this is like back in the day. I think people like had kids for labor reasons too.
yeah, to help
So
out with like
financial reasons, but
farming
at
or
a
like
different way.
agriculture. Yeah,
Yeah, I need more I need more hands on the farm. Let's pop out a baby.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just how it goes, though. And today people are like the number I think that people jump to is usually like 2.
yeah.
That's like the safe number that everyone keeps jumping to.
Just so they have someone else to hang out with, and that's
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I think the only child thing people because I mean you were an only child, right?
Yeah.
How was that lifestyle?
It wasn't that bad because we'd have like family friends and like because I used to always live in apartments, so we'd always have people kind of around my age at that time.
Yeah,
So I never really felt it as much. Just like obviously when I'm at home, it's just me.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. I mean, I grew up with my brother, so I had one sibling, and we got along, but we didn't get along. We had our ups and downs, and like
yeah, like
we
rough
weren't.
patches.
Yeah, and like during like the span of time, there were moments in that where like you know he was too good, not good. He was too cool to hang out with his younger brother, kind of thing.
I feel like it must be awkward going to school with like an older brother or something, and
A
because
little bit. It wasn't
I didn't even know you
awkward.
had an older brother until like way later.
Yeah, it wasn't awkward. It was just like the association thing. Like people knew me as TJ's brother.
Yeah, like they hear your last name, they're like, "Oh, you're blah blah blah's brother."
Hmm. Or like his friends would be like TJ's brother, little TJ. Yeah, that's what they'd say.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it. I didn't care. And my friends didn't go up to my brother and go, older Steven.
Yeah.
They just went, oh, that's TJ.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, that's your brother? Steven's brother. Yeah. It was like it's a weird phenomenon, I guess. It was like, we went to the same school throughout our whole lives because we went to public school. Once
Yeah.
he graduated out of our elementary, we both moved to our private school. So
Okay.
he was a 6th
Yeah.
grader, I was a 4th grader. And it was the same thing. Like his friends would be cool with me, and he would be indifferent.
What?
Just because, like, he didn't want to hang out
Hang
with
out
his
with
little
you,
brother. He
yeah.
didn't want to hang out with his friends. But his friends wanted to be like his friends were just cool because either they had siblings too, and
They just knew, yeah.
yeah, and it was like that kind of thing. And it was the same thing. Like, we hung out with a group that was like there was a kid in his class, and there was a kid like 2 or 3 grades below me. So like my brother would hang out with him, and I would hang out with the younger one. Same thing.
Yeah.
The older brother would like be indifferent to the younger, but to me they were cool, and
Yeah.
vice versa. My brother was indifferent to me, but he was cool to
The other one, yeah.
his friend's brother. That's how it went.
So weird. Like I'm sure me and Kendall, even though we're both like the only child in our group, I think we have different only child experiences for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, because I know even though we both used to be at daycare and stuff, just because he doesn't live in like an apartment area, so there's no like real kids for him to hang out with that
Yeah.
I've seen. So I don't know, like what if he was just, but he's also like a gamer kind of, so he'd probably chill with just
Yeah.
staying at home.
It's interesting how he turned out the way he did, considering the circumstances.
Yeah,
He's such a socialite.
yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know that it always strikes people when we're like, he's an introvert, and they're like, "There's no way," and I'm like, "But he is,"
Yeah.
or he's a homebody. I don't know, like.
Well, I mean, like, I've met people and they call themselves ambiverts, where they're both.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's like everybody in a certain way isn't just like hard
One or
set.
the other.
Yeah. Just some people are more extroverted than they are introverted, and vice versa.
I always, because like I know one of my friends, like I didn't know this is how people classified it, but he was like an introvert is someone who, when they hang out with a lot of people, it drains them.
Yeah.
And, like I don't like being around people, it drains them, and I was like, I've never felt that way.
I do.
But
do,
but Kendall also says that too. He's like, yeah, I'm not trying to hang out. Yeah,
it is. And at other times though, it's like invigorating.
Yeah.
Because like it just depends who you hang out with. It's not like the people that you hang out with are like, oh, they're soul sucking.
I think it's just the amount of time too.
But it's the effort you want to put in, and it's like all the thought process that goes into like hanging out, and planning all of that. Versus like sometimes it's just like when we graduated out of high school and we hung out really often. Like I never felt drained. I never did with those guys.
Yeah.
You know.
If I was drained, it was just because I didn't have sleep.
I was gonna say we were drained because we were up till 6 a.m.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't because I'm like, man, these guys are just like, I need a day off. Like, no, it was like literally, let's catch this get like 4 hours, and we'll come back to it. You know, because we have all summer. So what?
Yeah,
but then I'm with other groups, and I'm like, you know, I'll like step out of that bubble, and I'm like, oh man, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
You know. I'm not tired because the time is just wow. That was a lot of energy to pour in for some reason.
That's why I wonder if, like, for Kendall, if he feels super drained because he puts like that a bunch of energy when he hangs out with people, and like neither of us kind of do that. We just kind of like chill. So he's probably exerting way more energy, and he's probably more drained. But yeah, people are always shocked when I'm like, he'd prefer not to be hanging out.
Yeah,
but
he's a weird one. He won't say no. But he'd prefer not to go.
His thing is, I just hope shit falls through.
Yeah.
And then I remember for a while, like, people would forget to invite Charles, and he's like, "Why don't you guys invite me?" We're like, "Well, most of the time you can't go anyways," so we were just like, "It's fine." He's like, "But I would like the opportunity to say no," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, okay. Yeah, him and Austin are both.
Teach their own.
Yeah, it's super interesting.
But. Yeah, I mean that's different because I would like the invite just because like if it works out I'll go.
Yeah.
You know, but that's me. It's a different scenario than like knowing someone can't go. You know.
Yeah.
Like if it was like you're working at 5 p.m. and I have an event going on at 6.
You're not gonna.
I'm not gonna be like Neil. There's this event at 6, even though I know you work at 5. Just letting you know.
Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think even in friend groups, there's so many different personalities.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, dude, if you were in a friend group with the same personality, like everywhere.
But there's got to be something that you connected with, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's that commonality, but like at the same time, I mean, like, dude, we hung out with people like, and I'll use the real names because no one knows who we're talking about, but like, it was like Chris, Nina, Maddie, me, Charles, Kendall, like everybody was so different. But at the same time, we all came together. And it just meshed well.
I mean, some of those we didn't have a choice, but
yeah,
like.
But at the same time, like it was brought in. That personality was very different.
Yeah,
and it would change the dynamic of the thing of the group for better or worse. You know.
Yeah, definitely. During those times, I'd be like, "Okay, if this person's here, I gotta watch what I'm saying." But. Yeah, I didn't feel like too many times we'd butt heads unless it was like someone's playing Magic and they were arguing over some rules or something.
Yeah, rulings or like that. Or like we're just having like a heated like argument over some bullshit, like dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
Like some fun fact that we're like, no, it's Wisconsin. No, it's Delaware.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember too many.
Or like the scenario like, no, that wouldn't make any sense. Yes, it would. Like that kind of.
Yeah. Like hypothetical stuff. Yeah.
I think I got into one. I think in that group, I've only gotten into one issue in the group, and that was with Chris. That was because of like it was a small thing, and it wasn't even like between us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was between the people we were dating.
Oh,
because if you remember, like I dated Maddie, and her best friend was Nina at the time, and Chris was one of my best friends at the time. So like there was it was like a weird like 2-on-2 argument. And me and Chris were like we have to like stand our ground kind of thing. And then after like a day, we were just like, that was kind of dumb what we were arguing over, huh? He goes, yeah, that's pretty stupid, wasn't it? We both came to this like agreement. Like, we were both dumb for like feeding into this argument. So we made peace with whatever it was, but like I don't think I've ever gotten into like actual altercations with anybody or like confrontations with anyone in our group. Now I'd call people out on their bullshit, but that
Yeah.
wasn't the same thing as like getting into like a heated argument.
Yeah, I don't remember getting into a heated argument, but I'm definitely like I can tell people be like mad
Oh,
sometimes.
getting
Yeah,
upset. Oh, for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, Kendall was a good example of that because he was easy to notice.
yeah.
When
Well, some people just wear it on their face, right? He's
No,
like
that's
a
exactly
he's
it.
like an emotion on
Even
his
if you-
sleeve kind of guy. Like
Even when he said like, "No, I'm fine," you're like, "Nah."
you're like, nah, you know this
breathing
dude.
heavy, like I see you breathing through your nose like you're trying to suck in all of the oxygen. Like chill. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you are like.
And he'll just have like that snappy attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
You get
snap reactions. Everyone had their different like
ways.
tells.
Yeah.
Some were more obvious than others. I think everyone was kind of obvious.
I think if you spend enough time with people, you'll be able to tell certain things that they do.
They're off.
Yeah,
for sure.
Even people who are super quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you just like hang out with them every once in a while, it's kind of hard to tell.
It's
and
like
actually,
a different kind of quality.
you'll probably notice things that they do that they don't even notice they're doing themselves.
Yeah, and vice versa. I mean, I knew for a fact that I was like I was aware of my emotions on my sleeve. Open book kind of thing. So I knew like if I'm upset,
everyone's gonna know. Yeah.
If I wasn't feeling the best, everyone knew I wasn't gonna be feeling the best. I wasn't like gonna like
hide it.
Oh, well, at the same time, I have that stoicism though, where I was just like, no, it's chill.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like no, it's not chill, but like let's just leave it be.
Yeah.
Kind of attitude. I still carry that attitude. I'm that way. It's how I am. I hate. I'm just like I need to handle it. For me, I have always had like that self. Like, I could figure this out on my own kind of thing. Yeah. Like, are you good? Like.
Let me just work
in
through.
my head, I'm like, no, I'm not good.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you could do to make it better right now. So I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna keep blathering for it, like, all right, if you don't think I'm fine, give me like a day or two, and I'll be fine. Like, just leave me alone. That's all I need. Just the time and space. That's it.
Yeah, I think my friend was saying the other day, he was like, oh, it's super easy to plan stuff with you, but then when we hang out, I can never tell if you're enjoying it or not. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, it's just, yeah.
I know that feeling because I know when I hang out with like some of my bar friends or like coworkers, they'll think the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, did you like enjoy yourself at least? I was like, dude, I was chilling.
Yeah.
And they're like, because sometimes people don't even know what I mean when I say chilling either.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I was having a good time. Like, I'm just doing me. Like, I'm vibing.
Yeah.
So then I'll have to change I'm vibing. They're like, oh, okay. He's vibing. He's cool, I guess. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm enjoying where I'm at right now. Like, if I don't enjoy where I'm at, I'll leave.
Yeah.
It's easy as that. I'm not going to be one to, like,
just sit around.
Maintaining suffering.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is unbearable. I'll head out. Yeah.
I feel like I probably was more like wearing my heart on my sleeve earlier, like when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I've gotten way more stoic as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this might be bad.
Yeah. No, even through my stoicism, because like I have like a stoicism too now. Yeah. Like a very more composed and like more competent stoicism. At the same time, like if I am upset, it's gonna show. Yeah. It's not gonna I'm not gonna be like fucking like
trying to beat you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like get angry or like talk back, but like you'll know in my demeanor or like in my nonverbals. Like short conversation. Like, hey, can you get that? Yep.
Feel like I'm not trying to deal with this right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll answer your question, I'll handle it, and that's it. Yeah. That's all you get. Yeah. Oh, are you good? Yep. It's that kind of shit.
Just so they know not to bother you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like I've done that before, like in school, where I was like, I don't want to talk to people that day. Like,
oh yeah, that happens.
Just over it.
That happens at work sometimes too. But like I'll pull myself out. But at some time, there'll be like downtime, and I'm like, yes, I could just chill out and like be left alone. And when people come to me, I'm like, yo, what's up? But when people are not looking, I'm just like, yes, I can like
chill.
I can kind of just chill the fuck out, like, god damn it. Or like if I know the person like really well, yeah. Can you give me that? Yeah. Like kind of monotone.
Sometimes when you know people for a long time, you can kind of play into what pisses them off on purpose just to like bother them.
A little bit. But that's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not to like be an asshole to them. It's just like kind of like you should trying to get them aware of their weakness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not in a mean way, but like it's like you need to be aware of this. Yeah, I don't do it much because I hate that. Because like then they'll like take it out personally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need that shit either. Like, but if people ask me stuff and they're actually like, I will give them an honest answer. You know. Yeah. You look upset. Yeah, a little bit. You know, some shit like that.
See, I've never minded like people being personally frustrated at me as long as they understood what I was trying to like. See, I'm like, you can be mad at me all you want. Like Kendall was still mad at me for that one time where I didn't like preface what we were gonna talk about and was just like, I just got to meet up with you to talk about something.
Oh yeah.
And he always brings that up. I'm like, you can stay mad at me forever about that. Like it's not gonna change.
Oh, me too. I mean, in the same way, like the validity of things, right? Like,
yeah.
Like I mean, like your anger, I guess, is like you can be angry all you want, but what I'm saying is valid.
Yeah.
So like my validity of what I'm saying does not make me feel any less or any worse about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the truth, or like there's some honesty to it, and I don't feel bad about being honest sometimes. You know.
And it's like going back to like personalities and friend groups. There's which people are confrontational, which people aren't. Like who's not trying to like argue in front of hella people.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I read the book The Art of War.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it every now and then too, just to like reiterate things. But it's like, I mean, to win war, you got to know your enemy.
Yeah.
And like I don't look at everybody as enemies, but at the same time, I have that mindset where I'm like, I got to understand this person, so not to manipulate them, but like so I can better handle whatever situation comes to them that they bring to me.
Yeah.
Oh, this person is upset. Well, being cheerful is not going to be the best option for them. I know because I know that person. Or like I've understood them well enough to know that being all cheerful and trying to bring up the energy is not going to do anything but bring them down even more.
Yeah.
You know, or this person's sulking. Like, I can't sulk with them because then they'll feel bad that they think they're bringing me down with them. So like it's understanding that person or those people, and then like finding the right tactic of going about how to best approach whatever situation needs to be approached.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to do because like
you got to be able to read those nonverbal things for sure.
Well, if you read it wrong, then you're
fucked.
Now you're making just straight up assumptions, and you look like an asshole.
Yeah, and that gets you more problems.
That was going to be the best thing for me. And I was like, I don't know, right? You don't really know. I just had a feeling. Well, your feeling was wrong. Okay, you're right. But that's why like that stoic medium is so nice because like you can just play that off until you're ready to engage.
Yeah, except when people are like, "Oh, he's not paying attention," or "Oh, he doesn't care," then it gets in get you in trouble. But
you can, but like for me, I just like play that off too.
Yeah,
he's not paying attention. Okay, I guess I'm not paying attention.
Yeah,
I know I was.
Yeah,
if you want to think I'm not, that's okay. That's fine by me. I know what it's like the God thing that people do. Like God knows. You might not, or you might think but God knows the truth. Like. I know the truth. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Were you paying attention? Yeah. No, you weren't. All right, I guess I wasn't. I know I was. I'm not gonna argue with it.
Yeah, it's not.
There's no point in wasting that energy to be like, yeah, no, I really was. I really did know the truth. I really was listening.
Yeah.
Okay. That just eggs you on. It feels like that's like an egging on of sorts. You know what I mean? I don't need that. So if someone's gonna like throw like a presumption on me, I'll just like run with it.
Yeah, you just let them think whatever.
Did you sweep up? Yeah, I did. No, you didn't. All right, I guess I didn't. You want me to go do it?
Yeah.
It's easy. Just like it's almost like it's like that like feng shui like tai chi stuff. Turn their energy against them kind of thing. It's kind of nice. It works really well. It does.
Especially when you know that person's just doing it to like bother you.
Just to be a burden. Or not a burden, that's not the right word. But yeah.
Like antagonize you,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, that's what a lot of people, I know a lot, like some people do that, just to see like.
I feel like I low-key had teachers that would do that in class.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, I have buddies who come to the bar on Sundays, and they'll do that to me.
Yeah.
And every time I always like, it's almost like a test
to see if you're gonna crack.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I'm like, it's a pretty cool guy. But I think he's a cool guy. Like, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't feed into that like negative like, you flip me off. Well, fuck you. I'll flip you off right back. All right. Well, I'm sorry that you had to flip me off. Or like, I'll respond with comedy. I'll just be like, all right, that was cool. You know. Now I just turn this like little test into a pass instead of like a fail in people's minds.
Yeah, I feel like I should have done that more when like teachers would call me up for like talking in class or like being disruptive. I should have been like, all right, whatever. Yeah. But I'd be like, no, and get like hella mad about it.
Yeah, and then you'd add on to your like sense. Yeah. Add on to your issues or your troubles that were going to come your way.
And then it just kind of like gives that person reassurance for what they were trying to find anyways.
Yeah.
So like if a teacher was trying to get me in trouble and I like kind of cave into like arguing with them, they're going to be like, oh, well, he's going to argue with me. So I'm just going to get him in more trouble from like, or just assume that he's doing some stuff.
Right. Or people use any like tactic they can, no matter how you go about it. So it's like, might as well just like submit in a sense. You know what I mean? Because like, why are you being so defensive? I'm not being so you're still being defensive. Yeah. Like, okay, I give it up. Yeah, I just like give it up.
You got to pick your battles.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
There's not a
lot of battles worth fighting for.
And I used to try and fight everyone growing up.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Not at all.
Yeah. Too much energy. Just like it doesn't even go anywhere anyways.
Well, at the end of the day, in that sense, they win.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you're still fuming about it, and they think neither here nor there about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just kind of like when people trash talk playing sports, you kind of just got to let it go. Because the moment you start like feeding into it, it's game over.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Throws you off the game. I mean, that's why it's such a big component in basketball.
Yeah.
Because like everyone in basketball, if you're in the pros, every shot, like everyone
can shoot. Yeah.
Can shoot. I mean, some people don't shoot threes, but like they have their range, whatever it is. So once they hit their range, it's always money. Yeah. How do I throw them off if they can make it while I'm playing my best defense on them?
Yeah. You got to get in their head.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes a mental thing. You throw them off just a little bit mentally, and now like their range has either shrunken or like, you know, whatever it is, their shots aren't going in. Yeah. I mean, why do you think the score in basketball is always like 100 to 110 to like 125? Yeah, the points have been going up. Yeah. Everyone's been getting so much better at basketball. How do we stop it? Games used to be like 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe like hundreds were like OT time. Like OT kind of scores. Now it's like a regular thing.
Yeah, everyone's scoring 100 now.
Yeah.
Even when you play pickup, though, people will try and talk trash or like try to get you to shoot shots that you're not supposed to be shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just, I feed into that sometimes, too, where people will be like, you won't shoot? And I'll be like, yes, I will.
Well, I always feed into that, not on purpose, but I'm like, I thought about shooting this. And I was like getting ready to shoot. So you won't shoot it, and the ball's like already, like I'm already in my form. I was like, I was going to shoot it anyways. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I remember one time we were playing at Central Park and some kid was like, you won't shoot the three or something to you? And then you were just like, man, fuck this kid. You're just talking shit for no reason.
Yeah. I deal with trash talk pretty well, I think. I don't know, I just like kind of don't listen to it anymore. You won't shoot it. I'm like, you're right. Just pass it off. You know what I mean? I just again take that energy and I just turn it back on them.
I feel like most people don't trash talk though. So
oh, dude! On Sundays, when you go, you haven't been out for like ever. But when we play out Sundays, like it's all fun. Yeah. The trash talking isn't like serious.
And it's only certain matchups that you'll have trash talk with. Like if you was guarding Zach,
him and I will always go at it.
But it's not even like anything crazy. He'll be like, "I'm scoring you right now."
Yeah. like we turn it up. All right, okay, and that's like, all righty.
Or like if I hit a couple of shots on him, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna do me like that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's very very light. It's very in a sense like uplifting.
Yeah, and I feel like if you guard Kevin, like you guys just fucking end up talking the whole game.
Well, ours is just dumb. He's just like, oh, it's more like compliments to each other.
Kind of like nice steel.
Damn it, I got the barbed wire. I'm like, oh no, I got the. What did I say his was? I forgot what his nickname was that I gave him. But yeah. Oh, because of his last name, I'm like, oh no, it's the vaccine. It's the vaccine.
Bruh.
Like, we just be dumb like that, you know? But then, like, once he gets the ball, or, like, once we're in play, like,
you gotta play, yeah.
But, like, as we're hustling down the court, or, like, you know, off the ball, we're, like, chilling, you know, like, and again, it's more like talking each other up. It's really funny.
I feel like your brother doesn't trash talk either. He would just be like, you should shoot the ball, or like, whatever.
Yeah, he's more of like the like
player coach.
Come on, yeah, he's like, come on, you can't be missing those. And then like he's such a hypocrite sometimes because like someone will freaking just smoke a layup, and then literally the next play, like he'll be like, come on, dude, you can't be smoking those. Next play, he'll smoke a layup. I'm just like, hey,
you can't be missing.
You can't be smoking those.
Yeah, the only other person aside from like Zach, Joseph kind of talks trash to me, but it's just me and him, just like this fucking guy.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's on the matchups, or like it'll be like just a comment into the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a.
Or you'll just hear other people saying shit. Like if I'm guarding Jeremy, I'll just hear hella shit, and I'm like, bro, stop.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't remember if you remember him. There's a kid named Simon. He's the shorter one. He has a good 3-point shot.
Okay.
But like everyone would just like either talk smack or like, oh shit, he's coming on. He's coming, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like all it's good attitudes, man. That's why I like our Sunday crew right now. Like everyone's like chill. Everyone's just trying to have fun, get their exercise in, play a few games, get a bit competitive. Like, no one's trying to not be competitive. Yeah. It's such a good balance. Everyone, like, no one's trying to get hurt. Everyone's playing as hard as they can. You know, everyone's playing with a hard competitiveness, but no one's trying to injure each other. No one's trying to, like, kill each other out there. You know? Every time you miss, or, like, if you miss a shot, people are not that big of a deal.
Yeah. You were there that one time when we played with Trevor, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was bad.
See, to me, it's like it's fine if you get frustrated and you take it super serious, as long as you're good. But if you're not like able to back it up, I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, that was like a whole different thing, man. Like he just like, but again, no one wanted to play with him after that. Yeah. You know, like that's the problem.
He was like, "Do you guys want to run it back?" And we're like, "Nah, we down, bro."
Like his frustrations were thrown onto everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, if I get frustrated, I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
You know,
it's that thing where it's like check your attitude at the door kind of deal.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Like no one's gonna want to pass you the ball or play on your team if you're gonna be like that player.
Yeah, like you can miss shots, just you can't be getting frustrated at yourself or lose confidence, like
right.
And you can't get mad at your teammates for missing shots.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, you shouldn't be frustrated with yourself for the most part, but once you turn your frustration onto other people,
it's fucked.
That's when it becomes like too much. That's when I'm like,
no,
I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to play on your team. I kind of wanted to like not fight him, but like I wanted to get him riled up.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, I hate this. I hate this attitude. That's the worst attitude. I wanted to like. Those are the people I love. Like in soccer, you know that attitude was all over the place. Those were the guys I liked, like going up against.
Just try to like
those assholes.
Kill their ego.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm gonna do, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't like perfect defense.
Yeah, you're trying to humble them real fast.
Yeah, but I wasn't perfect defense. I'm gonna lock them up. Like, what's up? You're my bitch, kind of shit. But at the same, I'm gonna play like a solid, like stoic defense against you, and I'm gonna make you like shut the fuck up. You know, and then become a thing of them complaining to the refs. I'm like, you know, they always had some blame to throw some which way.
Yeah, I feel like most people who wear their emotions on their sleeves, even in sports, you'll see it too.
Oh yeah, those players are always either the best or the worst,
depending on
where their emotions are at.
Yeah, those are the ones who you're always on the borderline of getting like a tech or like a yellow card or some shit.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. They were either the players that like for me in soccer, that was kind of me when I was first getting into like like a serious level of soccer.
Yeah.
Like if I fucked up, I'm like, oh shit, and it would just snowball.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned to control that, but at the same time, like back in that time where I was not able to, it was bad because I would either have a phenomenal game, or like I make like a few errors and I get like bad, reinforcement of like, come on, get your shit together, and I just start going tumbling from there.
Yeah.
And it was never good because people were like, it's too like even though it was like there was a consistency in like my solid game. Like there was always that fear where it's like, man,
you don't want to fuck up.
If he trips up, like it's a hard trip.
Yeah,
he's not going to recover really well from it.
That's why they say like coaches can't give confidence, but they can take confidence. Like you could fuck up someone's like mental psyche before a game by just doing like little things.
Well, I mean, you even notice it in games like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, like the momentum is all going in one direction.
Yeah.
For the home team right now. Like, as a player, like in soccer when I was a player, I was that guy that was like, I noticed those. Some people don't because like the heat of it. But I was like, I'm the one that always noticed like the changing, like, the change of the winds.
You can tell like off of like one big play or just like a play here or there that
it's just
things
like
are changing.
Well, soccer was always like a build up. You just be like, dude, like, it's just like there's a lot of pressure. You feel like this like weird pressure of atmosphere on you, like. You're like, what is going on? Like, none of our passes are connecting. All of theirs are.
Yeah.
The ball's been in our side of the field for, like, the majority of the game right now. Like that's where you need to make, like, literally, like, a big play.
Yeah.
Whether it was, like, not like, intentionally taking someone out, but, like, making a big tackle. Or knocking someone down. Literally stopping the momentum of the game and resetting it. That's what those people were, like, I guess I would say coveted. Because even... I mean, that was what I played. That was my role.
Yeah, because if they're trying to score and you stop it, it like kills their momentum right there.
Yeah, or like even just making a big tackle, even if I didn't get the ball. Like making that like, oh, someone's still fighting kind of attitude. Like I wasn't the best player on soccer in the field. I was probably one of the fastest ones, but my footwork wasn't like immaculate. Yeah, it was decent, and like my defense was very good. Like I had like I had a lot of good traits, but at the same time, there was like a lot of things I needed to work on. Yeah. But that was one of those things that like, I'm pretty sure why my coach kept me on the field a lot of the time.
Because you try.
Because like when like the momentum dipped or like things weren't going our way, I would be the first person to try and make that big play to reset the momentum. Yeah. Or even to the point of like redirecting it back our way.
To get everyone back on like the same page.
Yeah. Get everyone like, oh man, like we got out of that struggle. Now it's our turn to like turn up. Yeah. Now it's our pace that we get to go at. Some people don't have that sense that I've realized.
Yeah, they can't tell when things are swinging or getting out of hand.
Yeah, when it's very like it's much awareness, like I should like even in indoor. Like, I think I need to sub out because things aren't going my way. Yeah, it's like passes aren't connecting and I just can't.
Like you'll see like the game's getting out of hand and you're like, damn, the coach should have called the timeout like 3 plays ago, but now they fucked up.
Right, and that's how you know a good coach. Yeah. Sometimes you have to call a timeout because it's like I think it's. Is it basketball? Yeah, basketball. Coaches will literally call timeout because it's like an 8-0 run. Yeah. Timeout.
Like we got to stop this.
Yeah, stop their momentum. Like make them breathe real quick because like whatever they're taking on, they're carrying it with them the whole way.
Make some adjustments and like
slow them down somehow, even if it's like literally with like a 30-second break.
Yeah. It's like how they ice the kicker and shit. Like you got to.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah. I feel like in life too, like you got to figure out like when you're switching from like being up and like slowly starting to like.
Oh, dude, for sure. Like,
and you got to like quickly like turn it.
Well, for me, it's very cyclical, and I'm trying to break that habit. Like for me.
Oh, there's like a pattern to it.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I've gone through dark times, but I found recurring my like weird. It'll be for no rhyme or reason, dude. Yeah. But like my like. Darkest pits are usually around this time. Usually around March is when I'm like really at my like lows. I could be feeling like I could be doing everything right, but you just internally like something's like breaking down. I don't know why. Everything's going my way. I'm having a great time.
There should be no reason for it.
Yeah, like I should have no reason to feel like garbage, but I feel like garbage.
Yeah.
You know? So like I mentally prepare myself for like those times. I'm like, oh, I feel it coming on. I feel like it's a bad week. It's gonna be a bad week for me. Like, how do I like
try to turn
switch
things
it up and prevent it from being, and it's not even like I'm gonna turn it back to a good week. It's just like I'm gonna make it as like minimal casualty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make as minimal damage to myself and to my situation as possible. It's hard. It's fucking difficult because like my head will go into like this spin, and I'll be like, okay, how do I change it? And like I'll try everything, and nothing will like. It'll slowly like crack the shell of it, but it's like it's such a slow process.
Like once you get in your head, it's like super hard to get yourself out of it.
Oh yeah.
So you just gotta, like you said, stop yourself from even getting there in the first place.
Well, yeah, it's weird though, because like I'll get into my head, and I'll just like it'll be like I like getting into my head sometimes because like I can spiral up in my head.
Yeah.
But like I'll get into my head with a downward spiral, and I'm like, no matter what I do, like, I'll be like, no, this is going well. This is going well. I'm like, I just still feel like a downward spiral going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like there's still that like unworthiness there. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
And you got to try and figure out where it stems from, and just
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, like I said, March is such a recurring thing of like roller coaster for me because I've had a lot of good things that have happened in March
and
but I've had a lot of bad bad mental
moments
in March throughout the years.
Yeah.
They
say like humans are creatures of habit too, so there's probably a lot of like cyclical stuff for a lot of people that they don't even like notice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never paid attention to what months have been good or bad, but I know that I always used to do better like first semester in school than second semester. It was always weird. But
yeah. No, yeah, like I don't know, man. I just like I said, everything could be going perfect in my life.
But yeah, just in March.
I just feel like shit. I don't want to hang out with anybody. I don't want to do anything.
You just be closed off.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm going so hard in the gym right now. I'm preparing myself because like I've started to feel it.
Yeah.
Like I felt it a few days, like here and there. So I'm like, okay, I just need to like
get through this.
Get through it. Like, how do I do it? Like, I just got to dedicate myself to something real quick.
Get your mind off of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks because like I'm the guy that likes to go into my mind and go like, let's battle this whatever demon it is. But like this one just seems like
not worth fighting. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm fighting in here. I just feel like I'm swinging a sword just at nothing.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. How do I break this spell? I can't right now. I don't have the tools I don't have the tools to do it, I guess.
Or the capacity right now.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, so I'll have to. It's like it's like training before a game, or like it's like you don't go to high school sports, go straight into the games. You have practices.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I gotta like find. Until then, I'm gonna like train my body, and when I get my body to the level that I want it at, like maybe the mind will come. Because a lot of the days, my mind is always there,
but your body is not.
Oh, my body is too.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of the days,
it's all together.
I'm usually pretty chill. My mind is there.
Yeah.
But on the days it's not, like, I need something to like. Oh, I guess like. Okay, I can't focus on my mind because that's a battle I can't win right now.
Yeah.
So let's focus on something where I can improve. All right, I'm gonna improve on my body. I'm gonna improve on my habits. While everything feels like shit in my head, I'm gonna improve something else. I'm gonna improve in a different area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until I, like I said, have the tools and have the capabilities of
to deal with that head,
of my mind and being able to, reconcile with that issue
and not get stuck.
And not feel like exactly like I'm plummeting.
Yeah.
Because when I plummet, dude, I fucking hate this. When I plummet hard.
Yeah.
And I just burn everything in my area, in my wake, and I like leave in like a devastation of like destruction, and I fucking hate that. So,
or it's not like even kill. It's either like 100 or 0.
It's the worst, dude. Because like even expressing it to people, I'm just like, sorry, I don't want to hang out because I'm not in the right mindset right now.
But at least like because some people just they don't even know what's up.
Yeah, but at the same time,
you just wish you didn't have to do it.
Yeah, because it leaves a lot of I guess uncertainty in other people's heads.
Yeah, like is he actually good or
like what's the issue? Like, is he actually good when he comes back from it? You know, I've had that issues back in Arizona. I had some friends be like that.
Like
I've been in that pit, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. I've climbed out, and they're like,
did you though? Like they have like trust issues.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know, man. And I'm like, no, I don't know either. You know?
Yeah. They make you like second guess yourself.
Yeah. And it's like I don't want to like
go back down that path.
No, not at all. And I don't want to ruin any good relations I have with people, friends, family, trying to, you know, it's such a paradoxical like phenomenon for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I tell people, you know, I don't want them to worry.
To worry, yeah. But if you don't tell people,
if I don't tell them,
they're gonna worry.
They're still gonna worry.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't talked to me in a few days. I know, I'm sorry. You know, now I have to like react to things. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I was just getting over some things. Oh, you could have let me know. Yeah, I could have, but you know, and then it becomes a thing of like, now I can't really argument. Like, no argument is valid for the actions for sure. And I know that. But at the same time, if I told them like, there's this uncertainty in me. You know, It's annoying.
Damn. Yeah, it's not a fun place to be in when you're in your own head for the most of the time. No, and like I said, I've done a lot better because like it used to be a few months span. It would be like a whole season. I would just like I would get over it through certain things. I mean, the reason why I was gonna do Navy, like besides the fact of like wanting to like fulfill that hero like persona in my eyes, like I wanted to get away from everything. You know, I was like secluded. Yeah, I was like. I just can't be around my friends and family because I feel like I'm just gonna ruin everything around them, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to run away to a good cause. Yeah, I'm gonna run away nonetheless. You know, that was like the whole case of my Navy thing. You know, and I dedicated myself to it because I wanted to be good at it. But at the same time, like the reason behind it was, I wouldn't say the best, but it was very like. I wouldn't say it was even a self-sacrifice. It was just like I felt like at that time I was burdening. You know, I was like I was just a big burden everywhere. And I was like I don't want to be that. Like you feel like you're draining people, yeah. Like, I didn't believe it. You know, people were like, "You're not a burden." I'm like, "Okay, thanks," but I didn't believe it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm still sticking with this decision because I don't believe it, and I create this like narrative in my head that like, you know, I'm in everybody's way. Yeah. So, like, let me. Get out of everybody's lives. Like, figure it out on my own, and then like, come back. If I figure it out, I'll come back. Yeah. But until then, I won't. You know, if I don't figure it out, I don't ever come back. I feel like a lot of people go through that. Like I definitely feel like sometimes too, I'm like, I just wish I could turn everything off and just like not see people and just get my shit together. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't turn everything off.
Or just like walk away from it all. Yeah. And not in like a non-responsibility way, but like I just need to get away from it. Yeah. And figure my shit out. Like it's a different form of responsibility. Like self.
Like prioritizing yourself over.
Yeah. It's hard because as you sink your roots into everybody else's lives and you start to like associate with more people or like start to get closer with everybody else, it's hard to do that. Yeah. Almost impossible.
Because it's like collateral damage. Like. Yeah. Choosing you first hurts other people a lot.
Yeah, most definitely.
You gotta pick and choose the moments you're gonna choose you first, because there's definitely times where you should be choosing you first.
Yeah, there's a movie on Netflix with Ryan Reynolds where he was like something that it had sticks in the name, or like so that the premise was that they die or they kill themselves off. But not really. Like, a good way. They fake their deaths. Oh, okay. And they'd go into like secrecy and like stopping like villainous acts across the world. Mm-hmm. And I was like, there was a point in my life where I was like, this sounds awesome. Yeah. Like not the faking my death part, but in the sense of like knowing people would mourn for me, but like in the fact that like I can escape from it, you know, and do something good. That was like the whole, like I said, that was my Navy thing. Yeah. And I was like. I wasn't faking I was like faking. It was like an ego death kind of thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like something's dying, and people are gonna have to like deal with that fact that they're not gonna see me for a while. At the same time, like I'm doing good things.
Yeah.
As much as like I want to go back to that lifestyle,
It's just not good. Yeah.
Because like there's nothing good for me there at the time. You know, it's weird. Life's weird.
Yeah, very complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, I have no idea what the path is for me anymore. So I'm just living.
I feel like you'll figure it out over time.
I hope
it'll
so.
come to you.
I think everyone will, and I hope so. It's just it's weird. Because I have that thought. I'm like, I wake up for a reason, apparently.
Yeah, but you don't know why.
You go to sleep, and you don't know what's happening in that sleep.
Yeah.
Right? Outside of your sleep. You go to bed, and time passes.
And you don't know what
happened. And you don't even know if that time passes. You just wake up.
And it's just, yeah.
And you just go about your day. And it's crazy. It is, because, like, you can close your eyes, and 300 lifetimes have gone by.
Yeah.
And you just come back to... So, like, I go to bed... it was today. The 4th. So I go to bed on the 3rd. Like, 3 lifetimes could have gone by, and I'm on a different lifetime with March 4th.
And you don't know.
And I would never know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Life is crazy.
Life is. Well, I saw this thing on, again, I go through like YouTube videos and I'll watch like
the shorts,
yeah, movie shorts and whatnot. And I just saw an excerpt from the movie Lucy. I've never seen it.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Which movie?
It's Lucy with Scarlett Johansson.
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
So it's with just Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman, and the premise is like.
Is this the one with all the knowledge?
Yeah.
Right?
So she became like a drug mule or something like that, and like they like literally put it in her body and the drugs, like she got like abused or something like that, or like the drugs opened up into her body and like allowed her to access every part of her brain.
Yeah, like 99%. Yeah.
And so she was able to do stuff, and she was talking about like the only like constant or the only thing that makes things go round is time. Like that's the only thing. Like numbers don't make sense or aren't logical, or like physics doesn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is time. Because without time, nothing would motion.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't have physics without time. You wouldn't have numbers without time. Low-key blew my mind. But I know that.
But it's true.
But like hearing it that way, I'm just like, wow.
Different perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I've definitely heard about that movie, but I never watched it.
Yeah, I haven't either. And I thought the concept was kind of cool, but it was just like, it was so extra in the sense of like she accesses 100% of her mind, so she can shapeshift everything and like.
Yeah.
It's like.
It could have been really good, but they took it like a different.
They took it to a beyond level. Like, it made me question like, would that be the possibility if like all our synapses were like if we had the capabilities of everything processing in our head, in our brain. Can I change my hair on whim?
Like, would you? Yeah, at your max potential.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like real. I was like, that's like a God concept where it's like, again, she's mastered the idea of time, because that's what it looked like to me in that movie.
In
like,
the short, yeah,
like the time to change my hair from brown to gold, and it just happens. On thought. Time is a weird concept.
Yeah.
People don't even have it down as a dimension. Or a dimension that they can like understand completely. Because they associate it with space. Time, space, time. It's crazy.
And it's like we'll have moments where like, oh, time's flying by, but then like, do we really know if time is flying by or like
It has like that relativity feel to it where it's like you'll be in a class you hate, and it feels like the class has gone on for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it's only been 30 minutes.
But for someone else, it could be like, oh, this class is going by hella fast.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, you're hanging out with friends, and you're having the time of your life, and you feel like it's only been 30 minutes, but really it's been 4 hours.
Yeah. Time's so weird.
It's so weird. And, I feel like, I don't know. Once we crack that, like mystery of the world, like a lot of things will open up.
Figure out time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you can never have the hand in the same place twice because, like, my hand's here, I put it down, I put it back in the same spot, but time has passed.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
really
you can't replicate the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
But yeah, well,
I think that was a good note to
end it on. Yeah.
Time. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. It's your boy Maui.
And it's Bambi.
And this is
Couch Surfing. Peace.